One of Me podcast. This week we're going to be covering Doom Eternal, PlayStation 5, and so much more. Enjoy the show.
How is everybody doing out there today? My name is Ryan Smith and I'm joined by my co-host Jordan Sims. And this week, once again, we will be talking about video games. That's right. Can you believe it? This is episode 79. I messed that up really bad. How you doing, Jordan? Man,
good. My voice kind of hurts a little bit, and I don't know why. Maybe because it's not lubricated enough.
Your voice?
Well, it doesn't hurt. It's just I feel it being crackly. So I might be taking sips of beverages like I always do throughout this podcast.
What kind of beverage?
This is a V8 juice. I think it's strawberry and banana flavored. It may or may not have vegetables in it. I think they might be lying.
I mean, does it say they have vegetables on it?
It does, but it also just might be sugar water that's food colored.
I don't think they can do that by law.
Probably not, but it is delicious.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about law, so I mean, who knows what the FDA is doing, what they're not doing.
It is delicious, though.
What have you been up to? I was gonna say this week, but it's really last week. What'd you do? I guess. What do you want to talk about for a second? So
last week, a lot of grinding for this regionals I'm going to for Card Fight Vanguard.
Weeaboo moment.
So yeah, this is a weeaboo moment.
I smell that V8 from here.
Yeah, it's
very sweet.
It is very sweet. I think it's giving me.
I haven't tasted it. It smells very sweet.
True. I think it's giving me cavities.
3 feet away from you, and I can smell it.
Yeah. So yes, I have been grinding matches, trying to figure out do I want to play the original deck I've been playing, or play this new deck that I've been playing for probably about a month now. And I think I'm still going to end up taking Grand Blue. I need to go re-sleeve it.
Well, which one is that? That's the one.
It's the one that you played that one time. I
mean, which one is that?
Oh, sorry. I guess I should explain.
Which one?
Which deck is it? Grand Blue is the one that the second deck that I picked up. It's not the original.
Yeah. So that's what I was asking. Yeah. Is that the new one?
It's the new one. Yes.
Okay.
It's not the one that I originally started playing in Vanguard, which was Kagero, which is a.
This is just a whole bunch of stuff that I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I tried playing it, and I do not like it. I do not like that game.
Yeah. When I first saw Vanguard years ago, I didn't like it either. Mostly because the guy that I saw playing it had his entire deck triple sleeved in top loaders. And I was like...
That's the hard ones that you put, like, expensive cards in.
Yeah.
So you can sell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had his entire...
How did he have them triple sleeve? Those things, they must have different sized
top loaders. Yeah, it was insane. And his whole deck was like that. All 50 cards.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm never playing this game. And fast forward 4 or 5 years later, and I'm playing it. So...
Yeah, you went head first, neck deep.
I did.
I just can't. I don't like it. I really don't like the art. I think it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I don't know. I don't want to say bad, but I don't really appreciate it.
I don't take offense. I didn't draw the art.
I mean, I don't really. Yeah, I don't care if anybody's offended. I just don't. It's kind of hard to say art is bad, but
I get what you're saying.
But then also I don't really like. There's a lot of words. One of the best things about Pokemon is that there isn't paragraph upon paragraph, and that's kind of just like it was in Yu-Gi-Oh! It seems to be the same way in this.
Yeah.
And what's weird is there'll be... This is probably what I hate most about this game. Okay, so there'll be a bunch of hieroglyphs. So you're like, okay, so you need to look up the what these mean in like a book or online or something. But it also just says the entire thing. So what's the point of having the symbols?
Because then it would be even more text on the card.
But not really, because
it's a Yu-Gi-Oh sized card. There's only so much text that can jam into that thing.
Yes, they're trying hard.
How'd
you do this week in the?
I got third.
You got third, and that is like your.
I know, I'm right there.
You're always third. Third is your comfort zone here.
Dude, yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to smash out of it. And there's some new
To be fair, if you get third in a regionals, that would be pretty good.
That would be pretty good. I'd be pretty psyched about that. So I'm excited to go with my friends and our team and do really well.
Yeah, I
hopefully.
do like that little symbol y'all got going on. I know they kind of, I don't know if they messed your shirts up or not, but either way, they kind of, the symbol is not very big.
It's not. They did mess up our shirts pretty bad, but that's not the point. The point is that we came together as a group of individuals that is semi-serious about this game. And
have you been playing any video games? I heard that there was actually a Vanguard video game on the Switch.
There is, but I'm not going to get it because it's only available in Japan currently. And I did make a Japanese Switch account to purchase it on there. And then I realized I couldn't just... And I found it on the eShop, and I was ready to hit purchase.
Right.
It won't let me link my PayPal.
So it saved you.
It did save me from... And instead of spending just the normal amount of yen to dollars, I'd have to go to a Japanese website, pay with my PayPal, which I could do.
Well, can you not just pay with your, you don't have a bank account anymore.
No, I do, but I can't do it in Japan.
Did you say you had a friend that paid, though, or did they do this rigmarole that you're talking about?
They did the rigmarole that I'm talking about. They, instead of putting their bank account on the Japanese account or whatever, because maybe it'll mess up your American account, they went to a Japanese site, bought Japanese Nintendo points or currency, whatever it's called, the money.
Just to buy this
game, yeah.
That,
two people did this.
Why? Is it any different than the card game?
No.
So
it's literally the digital version of Vanguard, and it's not going to get updated past the new set that's coming out at the end of this month.
That's very okay. That's
so
weird.
it's fun for playtesting and yada yada, but you got to grind to get all the decks, and I don't want to get into it.
I mean, the best thing about playing card games is playing, against people.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess if they want to buy it, they want to buy it. Have you been playing any video games though?
I have. The standard Apex. Really, we finally got it to work. Excuse me, having like hiccups and heartburn. It's really weird. We finally got it to work where we could play Apex with me and Ryan and one of our other friends. That was really fun and enjoyable.
I didn't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm really excited for this new Halloween event that's going to happen in Apex, and I'm kind of excited for the one that's going to happen in Overwatch.
Well, you've just given away our most prized segment, new games.
Oh crap! I'm a fool.
It says he played John Wick Hex. I forgot that was coming out.
I did too, until Epic Games was like, "Yo, man, you bought this game," and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Did you like it?
Yes and no. So I like it gives you, if you like tactical games.
Those are two very different things.
If you like tactical games, like strategic games, I would say you'd enjoy this.
I've heard it's good, but it's pretty janky.
It is. So you can do everything down to, I'm going to shoot this guy. I'm going to throw my gun at this guy. And the jankiest thing is, some of the maps are janky, but at the end of the level, it's like, okay, there's a replay button. I'm like, I don't want to replay the level.
I heard that looks really weird.
It does. So it's not replaying the level. It replays all the actions you took as a John Wick movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And now I'm playing the game and doing choices based on what is going to look cool in the replay.
Did you, are there any bugs or anything in it?
Yeah, every once in a while. So in one of the things, I went and I shot a guy, and then I went back around the corner to get some bullets, and then I got some other bullets, and it's just John Wick gyrating. And then I did a takedown move on this guy, and it looks really cool from his perspective, like when you're actually playing the game. But then when you actually watch the replay, it's like John Wick, and he is flying around the person with his arms like this. And so it's kind of funny.
So would you just say it's okay, or?
I'd say it's okay.
Dang, I thought that looked so cool. I mean, I probably won't get it. Part of me is almost relieved, I guess, because it's a game I don't have to play.
Yeah, I don't.
I know some people are, oh man, you shouldn't only play 8s and ups, but I'm not gonna play a game that's a 6.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly because I just don't have the time.
Don't worry about it. I will probably
pretty.
I'll probably give it another hour and then drop it.
It's probably not that long. I don't know.
It's probably not that long either.
But have you been playing anything else before I get into what I've been playing?
No, just a lot of card game stuff, grindy stuff, work stuff. So that's really it.
All right, yeah, I'll throw a few games I've been playing. I know I've spoke about picking up that Steam World Quest. What is it called? It's Gilgamesh. So it's a card game in the Steam World universe, card-based RPG. I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably a third of the way through, and it's kind of funny. I'm stuck on a boss in 2 RPGs right now. I'm stuck on a boss in Ni no Kuni, this big jellyfish thing, and it's annoying. I can get it about halfway down before it gets me. I don't know if I need to do a little grinding, which I hate. I hate grinding. I think the less, I don't say that. I don't really want to say that, but I think a great RPG has less grinding definitely than a subpar RPG. But I am enjoying Steam World Quest. It's very pretty. I do love card games, and since I'm not playing any actual TCGs right now, this is kind of a nice, I guess midpoint or whatever. But
just
midpoint, is that
a midpoint, middle
ground. Yeah.
Just jumping on that real quick, I will say that one of the things I hated the most about Ni no Kuni 2, I know it's not the same for the first one, but I hated how much I had to grind. I probably had to grind 5 to 8 hours at the end of the game to be able to get to the level I needed to get to beat the final boss.
Screw that.
It was very annoying. And then another side thought, I did start playing Shadowverse again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I heard you and a few of your card game friends talking about Shadowverse. Shadowverse, if you don't know, it's a weeaboo version of Hearthstone, basically.
That is 100%
It's pretty
correct.
big, I think. I mean, it's not as big as Hearthstone, but Hearthstone is the unkillable monster.
Yeah,
even though
true.
Blizzard's kind of trying.
Yeah.
I actually today I bought it. I think last Christmas they had it was like $1. Don't celebrate yet. I started playing Half-Life, and I need to go back and I need to try. I'm not gonna quit or anything, but so far I hate it. I hate it so much. First of all, and this doesn't really bother me, but the game is ugly as sin.
Yes, it is.
It's so ugly. There's no UI. There's literally no UI.
No.
I'm like running around pushing E, just trying to find something to pick up or a button to push because all the buttons are like flush with the wall. So is that a button? Is that a button? And I'm completely stuck about 10 minutes into the game.
Oh my gosh.
I had to look up a walkthrough on IGN. It's not 10 minutes. It's probably 30 minutes. And I still can't figure it out.
I'll help you.
They're like, use the crowbar. What crowbar? There's no crowbar.
You gotta use your scroll wheel.
I haven't picked up a crowbar. There's no crowbar in the game.
You don't have the crowbar?
Okay, so let me think. I rode that, in the intro, you ride this,
You're late
kind
for
of
work.
you're late for work, and you go help these scientists with this experiment where you push a wheelbarrow into a laser, and it explodes, and then you get transported to this horrifying dimension, and then you get sent back to Earth, and then when you come back, everything's kind of gone wrong. People are dead and dying, and there's these crabs. I can't think what they're called, head crabs or whatever.
Have you got the suit?
Soup. Yeah, I got the suit. You can't get the suit before they wouldn't let me in the experiment room before I got the suit. But there's no crowbar. I don't know if I need to start the game over. I don't if it didn't load into the game or what. But after everything exploded, it sends you back.
Mm-hmm.
This is after you get back from the alternate dimensions, and then there's a security guard and a doctor, and you had to go back up the elevator, and there's a couple tubes that have head crabs in them, and I'm just stuck. There's nowhere for me to go. Because one of the panels that I guess you have to unlock the doors with, it like every other panel in the game so far, it says not authorized. You're not authorized to use this panel. So from what I can tell from the IGN guide, it's like you need to use the crowbar to get it open or something. But there's no crowbar. There's just no crowbar. How do you pick? Do you get the crowbar before the experiment goes wrong, or right after? From what I can tell, you get
it right after.
Yeah. It said so. There's a health pack, and the way the IGN article was reading, you get the crowbar like around the same time you get that first health pack.
Yeah,
it's just not there.
Wow, your game might be broken.
I don't know if the game's broken or what.
It's not the first time that's happened either.
There's just no crowbar.
If you remember from my Half-Life playthrough,
I don't.
Okay, well that's fine.
Why would I?
Yeah, that's true. I had to restart the game.
Oh yeah,
because it glitched out on me. So it messes up, But there also, and for the record, there are mods to make it look better.
I mean, the graphics are the least of my worries, but the fact that the game doesn't seem to be working properly is number one, and the UI is bad. Number two,
you get used to it; it becomes second nature,
and it doesn't feel great to move around in.
Well, it was one of the first ones. So
one of the first Half-Lives?
That and also FPSs. It set the precedent.
It's like 10 years. FPSs were like...
It set the precedent for games.
It set the precedent for games?
Yes, it bloomed up. That other word you're using before the podcast.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I know it's one of the first, I guess, 3D FPSs. I mean, it's certainly not the first FPS.
No, but I'm saying it just did a lot for video games, and it's
but
it's very dear to my
if
heart.
It sucks. I don't care if it did a lot for video games. Got him. I wouldn't like it, and I'm gonna give it another try. I know it's not that long of a game, and I love Portal 2. That game so far is way better than this one.
I mean, yes.
But I've also heard Half-Life 2 is Half-Life 2 way better than the first Half-Life?
Yes, way better.
And it looks way better, and it plays better. And
yes. Honestly, you probably...
No, I'm not going to play the second without playing the first one.
No, God, no. All I was going to say is just watch the cutscenes. It's pretty much like playing it. You get the gist of it.
No. I just want to get my crowbar and start beating people.
That's all you need in that game.
Yeah, and then you get a gravity gun or something.
Yeah, God, I love those.
Okay, I guess I'll update you guys next week on if the game actually works for me. Moving on, I have a couple games that I haven't really been playing, or just one really. But I got Xbox Game Pass last week, so I downloaded Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and I'm gonna play that. I think it's downloading right now. Probably won't take very long. I had it on Switch, but they was supposed to, if you don't know, it was kind of janky and broken on the Switch. They were supposed to push out some bug fixes, but that has not happened yet. Now they're saying it might be early next year before that gets out. So I'm just going to sell or trade in or something my copy and just play it on my PC. Although I'm not sure if my PlayStation 4 controller will work. I'm sure it'll work, but if it doesn't, I'm probably going to download a mod or something to use it.
There's a really good one that I can tell you about that I tried using with Arkham Knight that still didn't end up working, which kind of sucked.
I wouldn't mind having an Xbox One controller, but at the same time, I don't want to spend $50 or $60 on one. I don't know. I guess one way or another, I will play this game though. And then I really like Castlevania. So, finally, me and Jordan both watched El Camino, the Breaking Bad follow-up movie. I guess spoilers if you haven't seen Breaking Bad. First of all, what are you doing? Go watch Breaking Bad. Yeah. But I really enjoyed it. It's kind of the story of how at the end of Breaking Bad, if you remember, Jesse gets kidnapped by these neo-Nazis, and they kind of enslave him and put him to work to make the meth. And then at the very end, Walter kind of finds out that he's a slave, and so he bursts in with this machine gun attached to a car and kills all of them. Todd gets murdered by Jesse. He chokes out Jesse chokes out Todd. And Walter ends up dying. and yeah, or you think he dies, and then you find out in this movie whether or not he died or not, basically. Which I think everyone already you know assumes he dies, but you kind of find out one way or the other. And then yeah, this is just kind of how Jesse. You find out one way or another if Jesse makes it or if he gets arrested or what. I really liked it. I thought Aaron Paul did a fantastic job. This kind of proved that we all knew that he could carry a movie or a TV show by himself, but this proved that Jesse could be the main character of something by himself. That they didn't have to have Walter, or even Hank, or even Gus or anybody. He could stand as his own character, and I absolutely love him. I think Aaron Paul is a brilliant actor, and I think he has a very bright future ahead of him.
I 100% agree. Definitely, I was reading an article that kind of came out after this, or just resurfaced after this movie came out, and how why this was the first movie Aaron Paul did in a while, because he said he kind of got typecast after Breaking Bad, and he didn't want to play those type of characters all the time. He wanted to show people that he could do more than just the stoner, just the party boy, just the...
Well, he didn't do a lot of movies. The only movie that I can think of that he did was Need for Speed.
Yeah.
But he did a lot of, or at least several, critically acclaimed TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
He did, obviously, he did Breaking Bad. He did BoJack Horseman. He did, what's the name of that? There's a TV show on Hulu that he did that's supposed to be really good.
Oh, I watched it. It's really good. The Light.
Yeah, something like that. But
yes.
yeah, so he's been busy. He just hasn't been doing movies.
That's what he was saying. He was just saying how movies were pitching him stuff.
Okay.
And it was just the same thing as Jesse Pinkman. And he's just like...
Well, Jesse is not just a stoner. And a lot of movies will probably just... A lot of, not movie theaters, but a lot of production houses and whatnot were probably just saying, oh, you're just making the stoner. But Jesse's a very complex character.
Exactly. And that's pretty much what Aaron Paul was saying in the article, that he was, hey, I'm more than just a stoner. I'm more than just, I am a complex actor. And if you doubt...
I love Jesse.
If you doubt Aaron Paul's acting abilities, watch Breaking Bad, watch
Breaking Bad, period.
Yeah, exactly. Watch Breaking Bad, period, but also go watch The Light, or whatever it's called.
I can't think of what it's called.
Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
Just type in Aaron Paul on Hulu, and it'll
yeah, I guess
pop
they have
up.
like an actor. They probably have an actor section or something like
probably.
Netflix. I think
I'm sure you can just cue it up.
Something like that.
But that's the only reason I watched that show at all, is because Aaron Paul was in it. And
yeah,
it was a really good
it's
show.
It's like about a cult or something. I think.
Yeah.
I need to get on. Well, I want to watch some spooky stuff. We watched something yesterday on Amazon.
That was weird.
I kind of liked it. It was about this. I think it was made in 2010, maybe. It was about this girl, this 16-year-old girl who goes missing in Australia, and some spooky stuff starts to happen. But it's not super jump scary or anything. So if you like kind of low key horror, you might like this. I didn't mind it.
You don't want to watch the Scooby Doo movie?
31
times this month.
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, I didn't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I watched that last year.
Yeah.
At the same time that podcast was coming out, and I watched it once and it wasn't bad, and then God help anybody watching it 31 times.
I think they gave up.
He did. Yeah, he did. I think he watched it like 25 times or something.
I would have gave up after 2. I couldn't do it.
But yeah, I do need to watch some spooky stuff. I love the Scooby-Doo cartoony Halloween stuff, especially the first few.
There's not a lot of Halloween-y animes either out there.
No, I mean, I think you have to make... I don't think Halloween is probably as big in Japan.
It's not. And also, the things that these people put into the Halloween category of...
It's just probably horror.
Yeah, they put Soul Eater, Black Butler, Steins Gate.
Steins Gate? What?
I know.
Who says Steins Gate? Have you seen Steins Gate?
Mm-mm.
No, it's not. That's what?
So
Who says Steins Gate's in Halloween?
It was some kind of article. I was just looking up spooky animes.
Yeah, Steins Gate's it's a time traveling.
I know it's
thriller,
but it was just.
I mean, some horror kind of stuff happens in it, but it's not a horror anime at all. But yeah, I think that's about all. I've been watching. I guess stuttering pretty horribly there. I have been reading some more comic books. I picked up some more Flash ones, and I'm kind of been reading through those. I think they're having. I don't know if it's still up, but they having a sale on a bunch of the Flash comic books. The Rebirth ones, I think they're 84 cents for. There's probably 30 or 40 issues or something along those lines of 84 cents a piece. And I also, this is on Amazon, not Amazon Prime, but Comixology Unlimited. They had some of the Archie Afterlife comics, so I picked that up. I haven't read that yet, but that looks interesting. And then also Jughead the Hunger, I think is also a Halloween comic book based in the Archie universe. And Vampironica is another.
She's good.
Archie comic book universe. I guess it's Veronica from Archie, but she's a vampire or something. So I guess I'm looking forward to reading those. But yeah, that's about it. We can move on to some new games though. We got first up. I forgot to look what up. I think this is just coming to consoles now. Return of the Ogre Den. This is a super stylized, look at like puzzly type of game. I didn't play it last year, but I've heard it nothing but good things.
Kind of hurts my eyes the way it looks.
It's black and white. It's like the story of this ship that disappears in the early 1800s, and it randomly shows up again a few years later, and you have to kind of piece together what happened.
I like that part of it. I like the mystery part of it, and the fact that it has to do with pirates.
Yeah, I don't know if there are pirates in it or not, but there are people who ride ships. It's got a 10 out of 10 on Steam. I just wanted to see what this is coming out on.
I think it's coming out
Switch,
on console.
It's already out on the... Okay, here we go. PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Windows, and Mac.
Okay.
It's coming out on October the 18th. Nope, sorry, that was last year. Hold on. Oh, I love that. One of the top results is the Ogre Den ship reel.
Ooh, that's a good question.
No, it's not.
I said it's a good question.
I know what you said. It's a video game.
Video games can be based off true stories?
No, never.
Minecraft is 100% real.
Okay, let me see. I guess it might be based on a real story or something. I don't think it is, though. Okay. It just says coming soon on their official website.
Okay.
Fantastic.
There you go. For all you gamers and gamers, you can now play Overwatch on Switch. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, also, we got a lot of Switch stuff. The Witcher 3 is also available right now for the Nintendo Switch.
Moving on to A Little Town Hero is going to be available October 16th on Switch.
This is the Pokemon developers game. It looks interesting. I probably won't pick it up, but I'll keep an eye out for it because it is made by the makers of Pokemon. We also have Ring Fit Adventure, that weird fitness-esque RPG thing for the Switch. That'll be out on October the 18th. It also says, I don't know, I must have messed up because it says Xbox One, PC, and PS4. That's definitely not that. Oh, I know what I did. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborhood is going to be available for PC, Xbox One, and PS4, and that's also on October the 18th. This kind of had a weird release because you could buy it for cheaper and get it early. I think Jordan bought it.
I did, yeah. You could get the Founders Edition before the actual release. I think 2 weeks ago you could get it as early as that and play it. And it wasn't even like a beta or anything like that. You just get some exclusive stuff. I still haven't dove in super deep and figured out what exactly that is. But I am grateful that I was able to purchase the game.
I cannot believe that game is not on the Switch.
I know. I know, it should be.
I can't understand. That just seems like a Switch.
Oh, yeah, it's literally...
It's so colorful.
It's literally Splatoon.
It looks very Splatoon-esque or Fortnite-esque.
Yeah, it's Splatoon, but there's classes. So you got assault and defense.
I think there were kind of classes in Splatoon.
Yeah.
You get different guns and stuff.
So it's pretty much, that's the way it has me feel. So
we also got, let's see. Hold on, I clicked the wrong button.
Baldur's Gate Enchanted for Switch, available now.
Enchanted?
Enhanced.
This is why you can't read when I write. Because you can't. This kid. Okay, I wanted to look up more about this for a second. I had it pulled up, but apparently I exited out. This is going to be the first two Baldur's Gate games. I'm sorry, I'm on Metacritic and it's loading slowly. And it's going to be, I think they're available.
Available soon?
Does it say, did I write down when it came out?
Yes,
it's available now. And it's the first two enhanced editions. And those will be going to Switch. We also got Killer Queen Black. This is a really interesting game. I would encourage you to look this up. Kind of an arcadey game. It's kind of hard to explain, but that is available now for PC and Switch, and I believe it is coming to other consoles later, although we don't know when. Jordan, I'm gonna let you do these last two since you already spoiled them.
That's right. I just decided, thought I did get Killer Queen Black for Discord gave it to me for being a Nitro user.
Oh, that's cool.
They were just like, here, free game.
But
and I was
you don't
like,
get those anymore. Those go away, right?
no,
No, they go away. All the free games go away.
Oh, well, why'd they let me download it? Stupid Overwatch Halloween event. Happening soon.
No, it's happening
now.
Yeah, well, when you're listening to this, it's happening
now.
Yeah, I'm sure. We don't know for a fact, but I'm sure it's going to be Junkenstein's again, but we're going to get some interesting skins maybe. Also, if you're super into Overwatch, this is also when... I just kind of assumed that this stuff was going to come out last week because that's when everyone assumed it was going to happen. But then everyone kind of pointed out that since the Switch version is coming out for Overwatch tomorrow, as soon as they get it, they'll be able to get the Halloween event. And also the PTR updates are coming out tomorrow. So if you've been looking forward to that, I know Tracer got a buff. We got a couple. I think Sigma and Orisa got nerfs. So go check on that. And then finally, the Apex Legends Halloween event is coming out on the 15th.
These skins look amazing for Apex, and I really want almost most of them.
There's a vampire one that looks kind of cool. I don't know if they've
Vampire for Crypto
all of these skins yet.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Vampire for Crypto, Clown for Cossack, and then you got.
Well, they've only shown us 3 though.
Really, I thought maybe I had a dream about it. Then let me see if it's up on there.
But yeah, this is gonna be
Twitter.
There's like a zombie type mode where you drop into King's Canyon.
You got this girl for Bangalore. It's
it's a voodoo queen or something.
Yeah, it's like
that's kind of dope.
A luchador kind of a.
No, it's
Day of the Dead.
Yeah, luchador.
El Luchador.
I mean, I guess you could go as a luchador for Halloween.
I guess you could. So yeah, some of these skins look pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's gonna be in King's Canyon, and when you die, you come back as a zombie. You don't have any abilities or weapons, but you move faster, and your melee does more. Your melee does more damage, I believe. So look forward to that starting tomorrow. We got a few bits of smaller news we can talk about here, although they're not all that small. First of all, I didn't really want to put this in the news because I didn't want to. I know everyone's talked to the death, but if you don't know, recently a Hearthstone pro by the name of Blitz Chung, I think was his name, he won some grand finals in China, and after he won, he said, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't want to misquote him. He said, like, liberate China, liberate Hong Kong, fight for freedom Hong Kong or something to that effect. Obviously, China and Hong Kong have been going through a bunch of stuff lately. South Park made an episode about it. This has caused a bunch of controversy. The guy who won, he got banned for a year. And even the casters got banned. Blizzard was saying how they should have held him under control, and they did. They were giggling some, and they didn't. They were saying that they didn't push to commercial soon enough, so they all got banned. And then everyone kind of came up with a statement saying, various whether they supported it or didn't support it. A bunch of a bunch of Hearthstone players kind of quit or said they're not going to play right now, or uninstalled the launcher. Some casters quit. So yeah, there's a big hubbub. A lot of people, employees of Blizzard, were protesting. What else?
I even saw some Overwatch League pro players quit.
What? No, there's no way. I don't think they could legally do that.
Tavit quit.
I don't think you can just quit.
He said? He quit? Maybe I misread that.
Retired? That doesn't. There's no way.
Maybe I misread that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they can. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can just retire, but that would be really weird. You can't like just quit a team, though. I know that.
I don't know.
You can't just say sorry, I quit, because they have contracts and stuff.
Good point.
But dang, I got sidetracked, or I lost my train of thought. Oh, Blizzard, though they did come out later and kind of said whether or not they agree. It does say in their the players' contracts and stuff if they speak out of in some political view, whether or not they agree with it, that they can ban them. And they said that if he had come out and had the opposite point of view, that they still would have had to ban him. But they did reduce his sentence to 6 months, and they did the same thing for the casters. Although somebody, I can't remember who it was pointing out that they'll probably just never hire the casters again, so it doesn't really matter. And he got his prize money back. They took his prize money away. It was like 10. I think it was 10 grand for this tournament. And he kind of came out. I think he tweeted something about he wanted to thank Blizzard for the opportunity, and he was glad that they reduced the sentence. But he did wish that they would reconsider the casters' punishment, because that was a little silly. I agree with that probably more than anything. And although I support Hong Kong, I do see Blizzard's point of view, because they have to. China's a massive market, and they need to make money there. If they don't want to seem controversial in China, if they don't, and if they supported this guy, the Chinese government could take it wrong. And there's probably even some Chinese, people that support the government, and some of those people could be Blizzard customers, and it's a huge hubbub. Jordan, you pointed to me that the Blizzard subreddit got removed. I think it's back up now, but it
was gone for
which is crazy
a while, and Reddit's kind of its own wheelhouse ballpark when it comes to the internet, especially with what's allowed on there and what's not allowed.
I don't know if this was an official thing or if this was a fan community.
I do not think it was actually like Blizzard. Mm-hmm. I think it was just, hey, Blizzard is okay with us having this. It's a fan-run thing. Because I don't think Blizzard openly advertises, hey, come join our community on Reddit. Instead of, I think they're more like, hey, come follow us on Twitter. So
yeah, I don't know. And obviously this is spread not just in news outlets, but other gaming companies. Riot, the people who own League of Legends, they kind of came out and said, don't support or don't advertise who you support and stuff. I'm assuming because they don't want to have to punish anybody. I thought this was super. Tim Sweeney, who is the owner of Epic Games, they do Fortnite stuff, kind of came out and talking about how they would never ban any Fortnite player. I thought this was so gross and slimy, and I'd never really had a problem with Tim Sweeney. I thought this was super slimy, and he it felt so gross. And it's funny because everyone was mad at him because of the Epic Store. And I didn't have a problem with that because that's the market speaking. But this just feels slimy and gross. He's like I can hear him like slither out of the gutter and like, we never ban a Fortnite player.
Thanks for the V-Bucks money.
That just felt so gross. I really didn't like that. But yeah, this is a huge thing. This China and Hong Kong thing is affecting every aspect of, politics, economics, and everything. And of course, it also affects video games. There've been some tariffs on, and people are saying it's definitely going to affect video games. So, I mean, it never ends,
Yeah, this world's a hard one to live in sometimes. But
and up next, we got some even worse news. The Unicorn Ponyta is going to be a Shield exclusive. Stop celebrating, because you're going to be the guy who has to catch all the ones.
No!
Yes.
I'm not sharing!
You're going to share?
I'm not sharing.
Because Jordan, I don't know if he volunteered this or
I got voluntold.
He got voluntold. He was kind of bullied, I think, into choosing Shield because he had the big dumb Shield dog, and everyone else wanted the Sword Wolf. But yeah, so I'm getting Sword and Jordan's getting Shield. I'm assuming excuse me. I'm assuming there's gonna be some Sword exclusives.
You'll have to send me your Ghost Pokemon.
No, you have the Ghost.
That's right.
You're the Ghost type gym. I don't know about any Ghost Pokemon.
That would suck if we had the Ghost type gym, but no Ghost type Pokemon.
I don't think that's anything to do with it. I will say that the Ponyta does look kind of cool. I don't think we've seen the Rapidash yet, but I guess we'll keep our eyes out for that. That comes out at the end of next month, I believe.
Yep.
I saw today, actually, a few hours ago, that the game is going to be 10 gigabytes, which isn't a lot because Red Dead Redemption 2 was like
90.
Yeah, 80 to 100 or something, somewhere in there. I mean, it was 2 discs.
I mean, to give perspective, Destiny is 100 gigs.
Yeah.
So,
but Destiny's also, I mean, it's
also huge.
The game's been out for years and it's had a bunch of updates and stuff. So. But the game that came out last year, what was it called? I almost said Hey You Pikachu. Pokemon.
Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go.
Yes, they were about 4 to 5 gigs a piece. So I guess that means that you can kind of say that these games are going to be roughly twice the size of those games, and the way that they're kind of treating these games, the way they've spoken about them, with the raid battles and stuff, means it's kind of saying to me that they're going to support these games, so that I could see them getting bigger, getting more Pokemon, getting more events. So we'll see how that happens. And then finally, before we get into the huge news, I did want to mention that there have been some layoffs in Sony, especially in Europe. I think that they just seem to kind of want to be consolidating it around in more than North America, because that has become one of their number one source of income, especially in the gaming realm. I know PlayStation is huge in Europe and especially I think England, but it's just obviously it always sucks to get layoffs. And I did want to mention that. Although I thought it was funny. When I looked this up, the first website that came up was layoffs.com. There's literally a layoffs.com. I'm actually going to look this up real quick because I wanted to...
Layoffs.com?
No, not that. I wanted to...
How many people are actually laid off?
Yeah, stuff like that. This is by Kotaku. Okay, here we go. Come on, Kotaku. Come on.
Just trying to download that game for you, sucking up all the internet.
Okay. It's called Report European. Did they get a new... Looks like Kotaku's website got updated or something. According to Kotaku, it says dozens of employees were laid off at Sony's European offices in London. According to a report from BGC, American directors visited the Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe office on Tuesday, where they announced the restructuring of several departments. Employees affected by the redundancies reported either given notice or informed that they would need to be re-interviewed for their jobs. Marketing and PR department appear to have been affected more. Thoughts and prayers and all that out to them. It obviously sucks to lose a job. But, I mean, they worked at Sony during the PS4 era. So they have good references. They have good job experience. And they will probably land on their feet.
More than likely.
Moving on to some big news. We got some Doom Eternal news. But this is unfortunately more sad news.
Fans of the 2016 Doom may be disappointed to hear that the follow-up due this year has been delayed just weeks before release. On October 8th, the official Doom Twitter account posted a message that said the following. Throughout the development of Doom Eternal, our goal has been to deliver a game that exceeds your expectations across the board. To make sure we're delivering the best experience for Doom Eternal to live up to the standards of our speed and polish, we've made the decision to extend our launch date by a few months to March 20 in the year 2020. We know many fans will be disappointed by this delay, but we are confident that Doom Eternal will deliver a gaming experience that is worth the wait. In addition to shifting the Doom Eternal launch date, we've made a couple other changes we wanted you to know about. Invasion Mode, which will allow you to enter another player's game as a playable demon, will release as a free update shortly after launch. Doom Eternal for Nintendo Switch will release after the other platforms. We will announce the date in the future. And finally, Doom 64 will be available on Xbox One, PS4, PC. In addition to Nintendo Switch, we are adding Doom 64 as a pre-order bonus for Doom Eternal on all platforms, so you'll be able to download and play this classic game for free just for pre-ordering Doom Eternal. Doom 64 will be released on March 20th, 2020 on all platforms. We are grateful to every Doom fan for your dedication and support. We can't wait to rip up and tear right alongside you. ID Software.
It's software.
Thank you. This also pushes Bethesda's only major release out of the calendar year, although the physical year is...
Fiscal.
Thank you. I almost said feces.
Oh.
The fiscal. It's a different story. Website Kotaku points out that this puts Doom directly in the path of games like the new Watch Dogs, Animal Crossing, and the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I wanted to point out, I think it's Miyamoto that said, what was that?
Our neighbors, maybe.
Okay. I said something like a delay game is eventually good, but a rush game is bad forever. So
I do believe that was Miyamoto. Correct.
Yeah. So and although that's not as kind of relevant as it was back in the day, because you can get updates and stuff. If a game is bad at its core, I don't think any updates is going to solve those problems. And this just shows that id is really care about this game. And honestly, I'm kind of glad. Not only because it means they're going to put more time into it, but I just beat Doom 2016, and although I loved it, I would like a little break. And also, there's about 6 or 7 games that I want to play by the end of the year, and this takes one of those games away.
Ryan just keeps one-upping me when it comes to video games.
I mean, this is one-up me.
That's right.
And I'm already trying to play Ni no Kuni, and I want to play Catherine,
and you gotta beat Horizon.
And I gotta beat. I might beat Horizon, so this just makes it a little bit easier on me.
Yeah.
Did you play Doom 2016?
Nope.
It's really good.
I have not. I know it's really good. I've only heard good things up and down, left and right about it, and it looks really good too.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people will probably be disappointed on this front, but just realize that this will more than likely mean it means the game will be better in the long run. Moving on, we have some big news from PlayStation 5. Anyone worried that the next generation PlayStation will have an odd name or something need worry no more. According to an article on GameSpot, the console will unsurprisingly be called the PlayStation 5, although that is far from the only news in this piece. We now also know that the PS5 will not only support PSVR, but also PS4 games, and that the PS5 controller has some new features, will have some new features introduced. There are 2 key innovations from the PlayStation 5's new controller. This is a quote from PlayStation, by the way. They say, first, we're adopting haptic feedback to replace the rumble technology found in controllers. Since the 5th generation of consoles with haptics, you truly feel a broader range of feedback. So crashing into a wall with a car feels much different from tackling a football player. You can even get a sense of variety from textures when running through fields of grass or flying through mud. The second innovation is something we call adaptive triggers, which have been incorporated into the trigger buttons L2 and R2. Developers can program the resistance of the triggers so that you feel the tactical sensation of drawing a bow or accelerating an off-road vehicle through rocky terrain. In combination with the haptics, this can produce a powerful experience that better stimulates various actions. Game creators have started to receive early versions of the new controller, and we can't wait to see where their imagination goes with these features at their disposal, end quote. Sony Interactive Entertainment President Jim Ryan also said to Wired about the new controller, quote, it doesn't have a name yet, and it contains an improved speaker, USB-C connectivity, thank God, and a large capacity battery. while this is all great news, the biggest news is undoubtedly the release window, which was confirmed by Sony to be, quote, holiday 2020, end quote.
I love everything that this is wrapping up to be, especially that new controller.
You want to talk about like, each one of these little segments individually? Okay, first, obviously, it's great to hear that it's going to support PSVR, but it's amazing. It's amazing that it's going to support PS4.
Yes, that is awesome. That's such a sucky thing when you get a new console and you're like, well, putting all these in the trash.
Yeah, I think PS3 supported some,
but not
PS2
all.
Games, and that was only the early PS3 models.
Not even the newer ones.
Yeah.
Like I got a Slim, and because it was on sale, and I was like, sweet, I'm gonna stick this game in. I'm like, well.
Yeah, I had a PS3 actually brick, which does not happen. I think it's called people call it the orange dot of death.
Mm-hmm. My TVs have the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they're Sony. They're Sony 3D displays.
But this, what's crazy is I had an Xbox. I had 3 or 4 Xbox 360s probably in between my family. Maybe not 3 or 4. We had 2, I think.
You had enough.
But no, I think any of them ever Red Ring of Death, which is crazy because that's what everybody got that. They might be Red Ring of Death by now though, because I think I watched a video that said that the way they're made, they all will eventually Red Ring of Death, and that was a PR nightmare for them. But this is obviously awesome. You can sell your PS4, or you can put it up, away, or you can trade it in a GameStop, or you can put it on a shelf or something, and you can still play those games on PS5. And the way this is worded, I kind of assume that it means all PS4 games.
Yeah, I would agree with that it would work with any of them.
And they're also saying that I didn't write it down here, but they're also saying that it's going to make your PS4 games run better than they do on PS4.
That'd be pretty great. I mean, it is better technology.
That's awesome. And then like you said, the controller. I'm like weirdly excited about the controller.
I am too. I was reading some of this, and there's something. It's hard for people that don't play video games. It's hard for me to describe what it feels like to play video games sometimes, because the way, even though I'm using a mouse and keyboard or a controller, just the way it feels sometimes, it just helps you immerse yourself in the game more. Now, granted, that really doesn't happen on PC, because to my knowledge, there aren't any keyboards or mice that vibrate. So.
Not to my knowledge, but I mean, you can also play with a controller on PC.
True. And I really love, to me, the DualShock 4 is the best controller out there.
It's either that or, I really like the Xbox 360 controller, I'm not gonna lie. I like the Xbox One controller. I honestly think all the controllers are good.
I just really like the way it feels.
Except PS3. PS3 sucks.
Yeah. I think I snapped one of those in half just because I could.
Oh, I broke one time. Although it still worked, I will say. The PS3 controller, I don't want to say it's bad. It's just not. It's probably my least favorite.
There's nothing inside of it.
I got mad at NBA 2K, and I beat it against a fireplace, and it like snapped apart at the seams, but it still worked. And then I had, I got on and started playing PS or 2K15 or whatever again. It's just sometimes, man, you pass with the wrong person 5 times in a row, and you get a little mad. And you decide to break it. What?
Here's my segment of where I say, hey, people that play sports games, don't get mad at the player. You control the player.
Yeah, but they have to make the game to where it controls properly.
But that's not your fault.
That's what I'm saying.
That's their fault for not doing a good game. But I like that it's going to have USB-C connection.
That's awesome.
I also really like the way the wording they used. Adaptive triggers.
My only kind of hesitancy here is, will they actually implement this stuff?
Probably not. No.
Probably won't.
No.
How many people developed the touchpad for anything other than a big map button?
No.
I can think of. I think they did something in Tearaway.
Monster Hunter World.
Did they?
I think you can move your map around. Maybe I might be 100% lying.
But that's still maps.
Yeah, I might be lying. I don't know.
And the most innovative one that I think I personally played was in Infamous Second Son. This literally happens in one section. You use it as a trigger, and you turn your PS4 controller to the side, and you shake it like a paint can, and you push the touchpad to spray paint.
Oh, that's cool.
But they do it once in the game.
What's his name? I played it. It's the one that has the girl. It's the story one.
It's the one that has the girl, and it's the story one.
It's not The Last of Us. It came out this year. It's not Control. It's a PS4 exclusive.
You're talking about
it's Cult.
Eve or
yeah, it's Culty.
Did you just play it like a week ago?
Mm-hmm. I forgot his name.
It's the one that they announced at and they released in the same day.
Correct. Yes. So that uses it if you didn't want to use your phone. So, but either or. So that used it a pretty good bit.
Okay. Yeah, but most games do not use it.
No. No.
So, and if they don't, and if Xbox and maybe Switch to a lesser extent don't have this, are they going? I could see this maybe happening in some first party games, but if let's say Cyberpunk, if Xbox controllers don't have this, is CD Projekt Red going to want to put the R&D into this to make something special about this for this one SKU?
Nope.
When they have the Xbox and the PC version to worry about?
True. Probably not.
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see maybe them doing it in let me think. The next Tomb Raider game, maybe.
In the what?
The next Tomb Raider game, maybe.
Oh yeah, I
they
could
see
see something like that happening.
Like some
with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it might be more of a first party thing. When I have one or two, I'd like I would like for this to be implemented a lot, and maybe the new Microsoft controllers will have it. But then again, this might be a patent. They might have this patented.
They might have the wording and the verbiage and how it works with a Sony controller patented, but I don't think they have the general idea of that patented.
Why not though? Why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
I would.
Well, obviously yes, if they do. But I'm saying if Microsoft wants to put this in their controller, I'm sure there's a way they could figure out how to do it.
They would have to do it completely differently. Well, I mean, I don't know a lot about patent law, but I mean, they definitely could not do the same thing that Sony did.
No, I'm just saying they could do
Unless maybe they paid Sony. They could pay Sony to use that technology.
Maybe.
Which I could see them doing, perhaps. I mean, they've been so in bed with like Nintendo. I could see them maybe doing something with Sony the same way.
Also, we might be reading too in depth into this. It might just give vibration to the to the triggers or something.
I mean, I'm literally reading word for word. This is a quote. I was reading a quote.
Well, I know. What I'm saying is just it might be not as grandeur.
Oh yeah, of course, but that still puts into question whether or not games will actually use it though.
I don't think games will.
Yeah.
I think
a few, honestly.
I think maybe less than 5, and they'll be like at launch. This uses this on the controller, yeah, and then later people will just forget about it, and then it'll just fall.
Yeah, and then it says here it doesn't have a name yet. I'm sure it'll probably be called the DualShock 5
or D5 or something.
And then the USB Type-C connectivity. I think that's awesome. I think everything that can be USB Type-C should be USB Type-C.
It's so nice just carrying
one or two. You could have two, just to be that way you can charge multiple things at once. But
do you want it to be USB-C to USB-C or USB-C to USB-A?
A. Because there's so many things that are USB Type A.
That's true. It is hard finding a C to C.
I think I have one thing that's C to C, and sometimes I accidentally grab my it was my Google Pixel that was C to C, and sometimes I would accidentally grab that, then I can't plug it into my car because my car is a USB Type A. Yeah. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. It wasn't a huge deal, but it is what it is. And then finally, coming out next year, everyone kind of assumed it was. But it's nice for this to be confirmed.
That is right. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Just a little bit. Not a lot. But can't wait for holiday 2020.
I wonder I wonder when I know Kojima's next game is coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
My throat's really scratchy, and what is it? The Last of Us is coming out early next year. So I wonder what this means for Ghost of Tsushima.
I don't know. I really am still interested in that game.
Mm.
Though it's
I'm very interested. I think it's Sucker Punch.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sucker Punch. I love Sly Cooper. I love Sly
I
Cooper.
need to get back in that game.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You have that game on Vita.
I'm being a lazy video gamer lately, but
So I wonder if. But well, first of all, I can see all three of those games being ported to PS5. But I wonder if.
Ghost of Tsushima.
I wonder if it'll be a PS4 game at all at this point.
I don't think so.
Not you really don't.
Mm-mm.
I think they've said it will be. I think
so as well, but I think maybe. I think maybe it'll be on PS5 for like a month, and then they'll release it for the PS4.
There's no way they do it like that. That would be completely asinine. And here's the thing, Jordan. Think about it like this.
Okay.
PS4 is going to have like 110 million, 120 million units sold by that point.
Good point.
And we could sell it. We could put it on this console that has 1 million, people that have bought it.
Good point.
Or you can put it on this console that has 120 million people that have bought it.
Okay.
The audience is way bigger
Good
on
point.
PS4.
Good point. Moving on from console to PC, according to The Wired, Steam has big new feature just on the horizon. It's called Remote Play Together. And according to the website, a beta is coming the week of October 21st. The new feature will allow all local co-op and split screen games to be streamed to a friend's PC. While games like Get Out have implemented this as a core feature, no store or platform has done anything like it. It'll be interesting to see how it affects individual games. So now, for all you gamers out there that have that friend that may or may not be able to afford the game, they can still...
Well, maybe.
They can still maybe enjoy it with you.
If you don't know, I think Activision who made Get Out. It's kind of a more artsy house game where you escape the game, and then if you bought it, you were able to let a friend play it, because I don't think you could play it by yourself. So you could like stream it kind of to another, or you could I don't know actually how they did it. They might have given them a code or something, but you had one copy of the game and you could let another person use the game. I'm very interested to see how this affects the games themselves. Like I wrote in this, because are they gonna like this? Are they gonna like you being able to use this game as a get it for free if your friend has it? Is Steam going to give them money equivalent to the two people purchasing the game, or what? Can you opt out of this if you're a game? Does every game have to do this? What exactly does local co-op and split screen games mean? What about Rocket League? Rocket League has local co-op and split screen. Is Rocket League gonna let you get a free copy of the game and play as long as a friend's playing at the same time?
Yeah, who knows? There's a lot still up in the air with this. Steam has had some good ideas and some bad ideas in the past. So.
I didn't see anywhere where it mentioned when this is going to be launched officially, but I guess that's why they're having a beta, so they can kind of work out all the kinks.
True. If we can, we'll try it in-house and see what there is to see about it.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. There's not a whole lot on this more, honestly.
It's kind of just still up in the air with everything, and, maybe it won't be like Steam Link.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I own Steam Link, and I forgot about Steam Link.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't buy one, even though it was only $2.
I think it was $10
after shipping.
After the shipping. I think it was like $5. Sorry, I dropped my chapstick. I don't know. I was like speaking into my computer, like that's where the mic is.
That's right.
I don't know if this makes it any better.
It looks cool.
You want to move on to the last piece of news? Or I guess I can. Okay, so over the past couple of years, these Souls-like games have gone from a niche product to a huge genre selling millions of copies per game. From Software, the father of the genre, just released Sekiro to critical and commercial success, and the upcoming Nioh 2 is also expected to do very well. That being said, FromSoft's Demon Souls, the first of these Souls-like, is unfortunately stuck on PS3. If you don't know, Sony actually owns that IP, much like Bloodborne. However, I think I wrote that really well. I'm sorry. However, many think an interview with Wired, in which president of Bluepoint said, quote, "We're working on a big one right now. I'll let you figure out the rest," end quote. This developer is well known for working with Sony on projects such as the Uncharted collection and the Shadow of the Colossus remake. This in combination with rumors on website Reset Era, don't go on Reset Era, and comments from series creator Hidetaki Miyazaki saying he would like it if it was, quote, "done right." If you played Sekiro, that's the only Souls-like you played, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm ever going back to it. It's just not.
Do you still own that?
Yeah, it's digital.
Oh, it's digital.
It's on my PS4 forever.
Yeah, I was kind of worried that you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I love the game. Correction. I don't need to lie to anybody. I love the time period the game is set in. I think the character's cool. I don't think I like the game mechanically.
So you're saying that the game is good, but it's not for you.
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
The game is beautiful. It's just not. It's not for me. It doesn't click with my mind.
I haven't beat all the Souls games, but I think Demon Souls is the only one that I haven't played at all. So I would definitely be interested in this. Although I will say I saw that they said it's going to be a PS5 game maybe, so I'm not sure if that makes it less likely or more likely. I would obviously what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say, Jordan?
You're trying to say that I'm excited for the big thing that's coming from Bluepoint because I'm a large fan of.
This is the thing that's coming from Bluepoint. That's.
God, okay.
We discussed this before the show.
I honestly, legitimately, in front of you, God, and listeners, I think I'm dyslexic, everyone. I think I have a disability.
I mean...
I think I'm capital R word.
You're something. Or maybe you just are sleepy or something.
Maybe.
I don't know, but yeah, that's the rumor. That's what the story is about.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Bluepoint, who remade Shadow of the Colossus and who made the Uncharted collection. I think they made PlayStation Battle Royale too. Maybe working on the Demon Souls remake. I know fans have been wanting this for years, and it's kind of, I guess, become more likely because the Souls games have become so popular, and fans would love it. We looking up who made PlayStation Battle Royale.
Yep. Oh baby, they did. Oh yeah. Bluepoint did a lot of good stuff. The God of War collection.
They did a lot of
the God of War collection, Metal Gear Solid HD collection, PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, Flower, Titanfall, Nathan Drake. They
didn't make all those.
Correct.
Most of those are remakes or re-releases or ports. But that's what this would be. And I think that they also said this is before I had a stroke. This is what I was trying to say. That it was going to be a kind of a reimagining or a big project. So I don't know if Sony or FromSoft, FromSoft doesn't own the IP, but Sony would probably like to get their blessing. But would I want for them to redesign Demon Souls? I mean, of course, there's parts of the game that aren't perfect. Just like there were many parts of Shadow of the Colossus that weren't perfect, and from all accounts, the remake helps that out a lot. It helps out the mechanics.
Yes.
So maybe that would be a good thing, to fix it up, polish it, and not just port it without doing anything.
True.
I think it came out in 2011, so that would definitely be nice. Also, I wanted to point out one quick thing before we go on the deals here. If you are interested in Outer Worlds, which is the kind of Fallout-like RPG, but from the makers of Fallout New Vegas, and I think the original Fallout, the IGN has a first look that's like the first 20 minutes of the game. So, excuse me, go check that out.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that. Moving on to the deals. Twitch, baby. If you got Amazon Prime, you can marry it with Twitch and get some deals.
Yeah, and these I just want to say all these games are available now until November the 1st.
Correct. Adam Wolf, Walking Dead Michonne, Stranger Things 3, the game, Deadlight Director's Cut, and Serial Cleaner.
I think these are all kind of horror-esque. I know for a fact Walking Dead Michonne, Stranger Things, and I think Deadlight 3, and the others kind of look kind of spooky-esque. So if you're looking for a game to play for Halloween, you don't want to buy a new game, check this out. I'm sure Walking Dead and Stranger Things are both at least fine. I haven't played either one, so I can't say for sure.
That's true.
But I think that's it for everything I've seen so far. I did want to say, if you want to, I did publish my Overwatch article thing, talking about I think I ended up calling it Overwatch: The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That is on. There's this app, or I think it's a website now too, called Amino Apps. My name is Juggernaut on there, and you can also find me, like I said last week, on Amino at Games Cubed. And I think that's it as far as that. I'm gonna work on something to try to publish either at the end of next week or beginning of the week after that. Hopefully I'll have that done by Friday. So I'm not sure. I've got some ideas, but I have not started it yet, so I'm not sure.
And that's the show. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
That's not the show, Jordan.
What do we forget?
Do you see this huge, massive?
Yes.
What is it that weighs 200-300 pounds?
Yeah.
Just a massive wheel.
That's
sitting in the middle of our apartment. We could have probably a third person living here if it wasn't for that.
I was wondering why that was there.
Yeah, well, we used it 2 weeks in a row.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Listen.
I know it's. Yeah.
I don't know how you missed that. It's been sitting there for a month.
Well, I do run into it every day when I leave for work, and
I've noticed.
Yeah, you saw the oil smear on the back of it from my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, so let's do the spin the wheel. Do you want to pimp your podcast or anything?
Oh yeah, sure. Y'all can check out. I watched the first part of the movie Dragon Dentist, so I could cover it.
Have you recorded it yet?
I have not recorded it yet, but subtitled, an anime podcast done by me, just me, currently, is available on Pocket Cast, Spotify, iTunes, and wherever else you listen to podcasts. So.
Oh, I also wanted to say real quick that GameSpot article about PS5, there was some more information. So if you're interested in that, if you want to go in more in depth, you can go on GameSpot's website, and they'll have even more word for word what Sony said and stuff. So let's spin the wheel. Okay, we got Tomb Raider from which one is that, Jordan?
This is gonna be Tomb Raider from 2013.
So this is the original remake, is that correct?
The original remake, Tomb Raider for PS3.
You want to read Game Informer's rating there?
Sure, yeah. It's going to be...
While I look up a Metacritic review.
So, Tomb Raider, PS3, Xbox 360, PC. Published 2013. Rating, it is going to be 257th out of 300. After a few years off, Crystal Dynamics brought the iconic Lara Croft back to the spotlight with the grittier, more personal adventure. The reboot focused on a younger Croft, less confident, and discovering the world's harshness. The game had all the elements of a great adventure, daredevil stunts, high-stake battles, and tragic moments. But most importantly, it reinvented Lara Croft for the new generation of players in both her characterization and gameplay paralysis.
You want to tell a story about what you thought? It's still loading.
So,
did you play the game perhaps?
I haven't played this one. I have played the second one.
Was this the game that you picked up the wrong one first, thinking it was?
Yeah, I did. I picked up the second game thinking it was the first game, but it wasn't. So
I played this one. I kind of was disappointed. I would never say it's a bad game, but I was a little disappointed because the reviews were so high. This will not open. I'm gonna fight somebody on Metacritic. Okay, here we go. Wait, hold on. If I don't get a bad review out of this, I'm gonna be very sad
Touch God.
because it worked. It just went so well last week. Yeah. I actually kind of did something similar, like to you with Man in the High Castle, which is kind of a history sci-fi.
When did we talk about that?
I'm talking about as you said you played the Lara Croft the first.
Oh yeah.
I watched the second season of the Man in the High Castle first.
Oh yeah.
And I was so confused.
Yeah, I was very confused.
They were like time travel dimensions. What? When?
There's time travel in Man in the High Castle?
I don't know, but okay. So let's see.
What is it?
Okay, so this isn't as maybe boisterous as some of the others, but I think it kind of gets across its point. This is an awful step away from the basic Tomb Raider concept. If this game was called not Tomb Raider, it could get away with a 5 or 6 as a boring action movie. The movie's in quotes for some reasons. But they start in the sentence but, so that's nice. We are presented with this. This is in all caps. Instead of sorry, I almost added words because they needed to be added. But we are presented with this instead of acrobatic puzzle. It's kind of Russian. But we are presented with this instead of acrobatic puzzle with big open levels. What a good Tomb Raider game should be. So, it does not even deserve 1 point. 0 stars. Or points.
Listen here, Bear Stroganoff. That's what I'm going to call him from now on.
Okay.
He needs to just get a grip and go back and play the original
I just
Tomb Raider.
love how even a lot of times these games or these reviews, there'll be zeros and you read them. I mean, I'm like, why is this a 0? I don't know if I've ever played a 0. I know they're out there, but a 0. I think this guy's still mad because those cheat codes that on the PlayStation 1 didn't show him Laura's big ass, big tig ass bitties. Is that what it? Yes. Yeah. So
triangles.
It's okay. It's okay, man. You can look those up online now.
There's
you don't have to have a cheat code.
Oh, that was bad. I probably shouldn't have said that.
I didn't know what you said.
Okay. Don't worry about
it. Okay. All right.
Okay. That's anything else we need to cover?
Probably.
It seems like there's always something else. But that's it.
What to watch on Disney Plus when it launches on November 12th.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting a free trial.
When we start we got to start our Disney podcast, our movie podcast,
that's right,
our TV podcast, our cartoon podcast, and our comic book podcast.
Okay. I think I got time for that. That's only 5.
That's only 5.
Plus this one. Plus subtitled.
Yeah.
So that's 8.
That's just 7 or 8 podcasts.
That's not a lot. I mean,
going up from 1 to 8.
That's right.
That's not bad.
We could literally record 7 days a week and take one.
Inside peanut butter, outside that. I thought that might have 7 in it somewhere. It doesn't.
No. Thank you for watching. Sorry. Thank you for listening.
As we always say, if you're watching us right now, stop it.
But if you're listening, keep listening. Tell your friends, tell your family, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes, subscribe on Spotify. Shut up!
You said Spotify?
Spotify's
probably a website.
Probably. Check it out. So while he checks the clarifications, if that's actually a real website, I'm going to go take a test to see if I'm dyslexic.
Spotify is a mobile application, baby!
What does it do?
It says, offers real-time scheduling, built-in point-of-sale payment processing, and a powerful revenue-building feature that incentivizes and modifies, oh my gosh, and monetizes referrals. There's also Spotify Inc. on LinkedIn and Spotify /Dopapa.
Thank you to the Heatley Brothers.
It's a Bandcamp type thing.
Thank you to the Heatley Brothers for our music and Alicia for our art. We appreciate it. All the links and descriptions and everything is going to be in the description and the show notes for you to enjoy. We hope you all have a great week and stay safe and play on.